We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Here's Mayfield. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb powers through him. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A run for Nick Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Wilson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Two, fellas, let's go. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. If you don't get this boy, ready to go.
Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Wilson will throw again. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? With the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield down. Eluding the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York over for their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 77 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And Samuel caught left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Johnson's got it complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. First down, Cleveland. Mayfield to Beckham. Throwing. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way.
Touchdown! Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it,
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm going to come back to you.
Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Mike 4. Right here, right here. Switch.
The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Melvin Gordon, as the first half is winding down. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man complete. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down, Gordon once more. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And his kick here is good. 2 for 5 touchdowns offensively. Hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, Mayfield again. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because
you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 37, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
On second down, it's Gordon, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Melvin Gordon. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. He'll buy some time right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Flushed out right.
And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And the Jets have got it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion. It's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking. Probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out. You gotta play my next round.